Hello out there, wherever you are. As for me, well, I am here for Season Pass Holder Preview opening day opening weekend 2022 at Kennywood Park. Look at the purple, the finished purple on the Steel Phantom. Now, this is very interesting. Kennywood is really there doing part of the first year of a 2-year 125th anniversary celebration. And in doing so, they've done some exciting things. Like, for example, painting the Steel Phantom, painting the Thunderbolt, part of a multi-million-dollar upgrade to the park. Now, this is an unfinished work, but we're gonna see today, because I don't think it's actually official. I don't think the full refurbishment is available until when they open up the Kangaroo, which is Memorial Day weekend. But we're just kind of gonna see what it looks like, because look, if any park needed an upgrade, it's Idlewild Park. I mean, every time I go, I haven't done an Idlewild Park video. We should do one of those. Every time I think about that, I see someone do a YouTube video at Idlewild Park, and I go, oh man. But I digress. Kennywood has been in long need of an upgrade for some time. And while they haven't added any rides beyond the Kangaroo, which they basically brought back, there's still 3 rides down. So the hope being is that as part of this 25th anniversary celebration, that they will add some rides, at least next year, because it's not going to be this year, because they put a significant amount of money into the park, but let's hope. But anyway, I'm really curious to see what they did with the place. The park, especially with like the pandemic and stuff, is kind of like had some rough couple years, as did we all. But curious to see the new look of Kennywood. Let's go check it out.
This is Robert Stack, and when I'm not solving mysteries, I'm watching Tomwashere.
I saw a report on the local news that said that Pittsburgh, up to this point this year, has only had 4 sunny days. And I believe it. This is basically what Pittsburgh looks like for all of winter and most of spring. So if you're coming to the area winter or spring, get used to this. You rarely see the sunshine. Oh, I like the new signage above the ticket counter. The yellow really pops as well. And the big merry-go-round horse there. It's very nice. Very, very cool. Okay, we are in an official, and oh my god, I love this already. That bland beige wall that they had here was long overdue to be removed. And I do like this kind of highlighting the rides, kind of that old school style feel. It's so much more improved, to be honest with you. Oh, even the tunnel got an improvement with the brick wall, which I do like on there. It just gives it a nice new feel. You know what I mean? Like there's just something. I mean, how many times have I been to this park? A considerable amount over my life. This is the first time it feels, in at least in a long while, that it feels new and different, just a little bit. Okay, look, we are in here, and already the new candy shop windows. The whole thing's different. Wow. Same with the old mill facade, which is way better. Definitely fits the outside facade better. And I do like that old mill, sign that kind of sticks out. Yeah, this whole front walkway This has a nice new feel to it. Very cool. Now I do feel the crowds, you know, because it's kind of like rainy and cold. It's very cold and miserable, that it kind of, you know, helped the crowds. Plus it's only season pass holder preview day as well. But this whole front opening here is really nice. Nice paint on here. Game's got a front. The new gift shop has a front. So yeah, it's very, very cool. Definitely different than kind of what they've done in the past few years. I do like that new Jackrabbit front with the Jackrabbit they added. And look, the lights are on. That's the sign of a truly dreary day. Oh, and that's the kind of that facade there as well. Very, very cool. Oh my God, is the steel curtain running? Oh my God, it's happening. Oh, with no people. Well, at least it's running. Look, I'll take positivity wherever I can take it. Kudos to whoever decided to put the lights on this dreary day. It does add to the overall kind of experience here. Love the racer lights on. Now this is season pass holder preview. I'm not going to judge just yet, but it says sorry closed, although there's people over there. Now I know the ride is closed, and I do see that they're, if you can tell, it's probably hard to tell, but they have the Penguins game on the big board over there, you can kind of see, which is really cool. But I mean, I know it's a rainy day. It's only open till 6 o'clock, but come on. Come on. It's one, like, why do you have to close the whole area? Like, I think are they adding stuff? Isn't there, like, Steelers store and the restaurant and stuff? I don't know. Ooh, I found the side route that people were taking. So, because I will obey all signs. If it says it's closed, it's closed. But this part doesn't say it's closed. And I wonder if the restaurants may be open. I do think they still need to fill out this area a little bit. Is it just me? I mean, I think it's awesome they're showing the Pens game on here. Yeah, that's a solid touch. And they can do that for future, you know, sporting events and stuff. They could play anything on here. But the Pens game, nice touch. Kudos, Kennywood, I'll give you that. And I like the Steelers helmet for photo ops and stuff. Cafe, I assume these are games, but this whole area here could be other things. And they haven't really fleshed this out like I was hoping. I'm hoping for more. So we'll see if we get it sorted out. But Pens game on the screen, even though part of the screen looks like it's like crashed out, is a nice touch. Look, it exists. After the wait last year, it's happening. Look at this. It's doing something. It's doing something. Oh. They are testing it. Does that mean it's real? That it's happening? This part here at its highest point is terrifying. I love that the lights are on even though you can barely see them. It's awesome. Any dreary day, I demand, Kennywood, you put the lights on every time. If it's an overcast day, put those lights on. Smart move. Oh, Rogue Barbecue got a bit of a facelift. Oh, this is not like a roof. I don't know what that is exactly. Maybe they can put something over it, or maybe it's a beer pavilion. I don't know. Auto race is closed today. It's raining. It's an old ride, but oh look, there's an actual stage here. Not just something where people perform on a platform, but you can actually see a stage and everything. That's awesome. And you did say they were doing more shows this year, so very, very cool. That works. Look at that fresh new paint on the Thunderbolt here. It looks brand new. Very nice. I mean, long overdue to kind of get this one really like they've been putting some work into it, which, you know, it's one of the best wooden roller coasters in the country, maybe in the world, maybe on the planet. I guess the world and the planet would be the same thing, but but it's a great ride. I haven't rode it in a considerable amount of time. I'd like to ride it again this season. We'll see. First time I've seen the Pepsi fast fill stations for the drinks for the season passes. That's something that, you know, they were adding this year. You just scan your cup, fill it up, and be on your way. That's smart. You know, when you're over by the turtle here, you can really see the pop of the purple on the Steel Phantom. It looks nice. It's just like that green was, you know, getting a little faded, getting a little roughed up. This new purple gives a nice look. It's awesome. Fans made the right call on that one. Wait, no line for the Noah's Ark? All right. Don't pull my arm. All right, Noah's Ark it is. Didn't get to go on last year, I don't think. So, take it. Thanks. Maybe the top standing view in the park, I would think. Definitely close to it. Let's go inside. Stairs are moving. They're actually moving. Does that mean? Oh, I hear it. I hear it already. Oh my god, it's moving. Good. Stop spinning. What's happening here? Oh well. Well, they got the floorboards moving after many, you know, I think it was, well, I didn't ride it last year, so maybe the floorboards were moving then, but they weren't a year before, I'll tell you that much. So good to see the floorboards moving again. And the stairs as well. Wow. They have people actually lining up for this in the rain. It's actually operating in the rain. Wow. Surprising. And it's actually operating, which is also surprising. But yeah, no, they had it up and running last year. So hopefully it'll be up and running for the long term. When did the Exterminator go from you could walk right in the building line to now back to an outside line? I mean, I've heard people waited for like hours for this in the summertime last year. I mean, when it opened, I mean, it was like a 3-hour wait standard, but now it's back to being like actually people waiting outside again. There's a big queue inside that building as well, but very interesting. Maybe, I don't know if it has to do with the other rides that are closed or something, but very strange. Why doesn't Kennywood market things like this anymore? Like a long jammer shirt. Where's my laser loop shirt? Laser loop shirt. What's the other rides they got? A Baron Curve. They own that. They can market those things. But I know the log jammer is one. But like you could have a whole store that is basically just old rides, merchandise and stuff. And I think you'd actually do very well. I think Universal Studios has that. They have like past rides, like shirts and props and hats and buttons and all types of stuff. Like you have long jammer shirts. I know you can do it. Do it with the laser loop. Do it with the paratroopers. Do it with Garfield's Nightmare. The amount of comments. Now I know that's probably a licensing thing, but the amount of comments I got in my Garfield Nightmare video, people that just discovered it, is unreal. So if you could get the licensing, I guarantee you'd rake with Garfield Nightmare Kennywood shirts. Rake. Okay. So they're starting to figure some things out here. They have a Turnpike shirt. Like I said, laser loop, Garfield's Nightmare. You can do it. Don't let me down, Kennywood. Rain's starting to come down now. But I mean, not like torrential downpour, just a little bit of rain. Like I said, the Music Express with the lights on, even on dreary days, is a solid move. I want more of it. Because there are a lot of dreary days here. Well, this certainly doesn't look like it's coming back. I see they added lockers where the Baron Curve was. That's a nice way to make up for the space, but it's not a ride. But what is happening here? Maybe the 4D theater's done, perhaps? I mean, they still got the San Andreas 4D experience thing up there, but no posters. The signage is gone. There was no mention that they were getting rid of the 4D theater. I kind of like that as a nice, like, 15-minute experience or whatever. But that certainly looks dead, doesn't it? Did anybody hear anything on this? Let me know in the comments below if you heard that the 4D theater's dead, because it certainly looks it. Unless they're sending out the sign to get refurbished or something, or putting in a new movie or something. But that doesn't look promising. Which leads us into this Tombstone. What's happening here? Well, they've had 2 years to tear this down. Now, is it like embedded into the earth or something? Or are they bringing this one back too? And that's the reason why they haven't got rid of any of the outside facade thing. Because of all the work they put into Kennywood, and they put in a lot of work, this one's still here. Why is this still here? Unless they're either building a new ride that will have this similar, kind of like out part, or they're bringing the volcano back. But it's just very strange that it's a tombstone. It's a graveyard, something that used to be here. So I don't know what exactly they're doing with it, but once again, if you hear anything different, let me know in the comments below. I'd be very curious, because I don't know why this is still here. Wow, so you can see the new platform and everything they built for the kangaroo, but there's it is going in the same spot, which is a solid idea. But it's where the backdrop's going to be and everything. But interesting. So they got the new ride, like operators ride queue, and kind of this like nice new sidewalk area. But they haven't really done much with the paratrooper area, have they? I mean, the volcano still has a tombstone, the kangaroo's coming back, the Baron Curve's lockers, and the paratrooper is those two sad trees right there. What a sad memorial for the paratroopers. But yeah, Memorial Day weekend is when they're going to finish the refurbishments, and it will culminate with the return of the kangaroo. Which, look, if it was there's somewhat of a conspiracy theory here. Let's say you're Kennywood and you're told from up on high, or you've decided that the 4 rides that you got rid of, Paratroopers, Baron Curve, Volcano, and Kangaroo, weren't worth the operating costs, or weren't worth the repair costs. Or, like I said, you got the word out from corporate, and they're like, you're getting rid of these 4 rides. We have a plan in the next few years. We're getting rid of them. What's Kennywood to do other than to do that? But the backlash for the kangaroo was so vicious. Like, that is a generational ride. Grandparents parents take their children onto that ride. Their children take their children onto that ride. Then their kids take their grandparents on that ride. It's a full circle ride. You can't not have this experience. So, plus it ties in with Kenny Kangaroo and just everything about it. Now, what if it's determined that Kennywood was to remove 3 rides and the Kangaroo needed a year's worth of repairs, and you knew you weren't adding a ride within the next couple years? What do? What if you say you're removing 4 rides, knowing the backlash is going to be vicious, and then bringing back the Kangaroo after this year of refurbishments and calling it a new and improved experience and making everyone happy? Look, conspiracy theories are just that. Not set in stone, maybe not in reality. Not a bad idea, though, either, if that's the case. But, we don't know the true story. Otherwise, basically, the end result is the same. The Kangaroo's back. And we'll be back starting Memorial Day. And that's one of those rides that, just do not go down. They're always running. And I think it will have renewed interest in it. That used to be kind of a walk-on, and I feel like the line's going to be pretty considerable when it comes back, and especially for this whole season. So, look, kudos to Kennywood. They did the right thing here, regardless of how it happened. They brought back the Kangaroo, which of the 4 rides is the most important. Let's say. Let's not kid ourselves. I mean, the Baron Curve's fun. The Paratroopers were great. Volcano was. I liked it when I was younger, but the Kangaroo was it said it was fun for all ages. You know what I mean? That was the one that should have never been subject for getting rid of in the first place. It's coming down now. It is raining. Now you can actually see that facade out there. It's really cool. 101 years young. Is that right? That's right, I think. I stopped into the Swing into Spring to get some fish and chips. That's the end result. Not bad. They look pretty good. Now I gotta find some shelter to actually eat this in. Alright, found the Parkside Cafe. Let's bite into this fish. I will give Kennywood credit for the different food offerings that they're doing here. That is pretty good. I was a big fan of the Bites and Pints. But, I tried to do that all in one day. Next time I will be bringing some. I can't do that. That's too much. That's too much for one human on one day, especially I think I got whatever the max was, 10 or 12 or something like that, but yeah. Just, I can only eat so much, you know what I mean? Right in front of the kind of Kennywood Lake, they have a few different food stands, similar to Bites and Pints. And I highly recommend the fish and chips. It's really good. Licked clean. I do like the addition of the lemon. Kind of squeezed it over the fish. Fantastic. Kind of everybody talks about Kennywood ride expansion, you know what I mean? Where would you put all these new rides and attractions? I can think of somewhere. This completely unused section of park. How many picnics does Kennywood have in a season that would fill up this entire area? This whole area could be additional park area. There's a lot of space that they could make work there, especially in this back here. Limit the, because there's also pavilions on the other side of the park as well. So they moved the lockers over to where the Grand Prix is, which is fine. But didn't there used to be a ride above here? Like, it was a smaller ride, but like, you could put a ride back up here now. Like, there's space to add additional rides and attractions to this park that are untapped before they talk about like expanding into other areas and stuff, for sure. Well, that'll do it. Kennywood Park season pass holder preview and opening weekend 2022. It's interesting. From the walk-in, something feels new about Kennywood, and we knew it would, but when's the last time I could say something like that? I've gone here my entire life as my local park, and yet something about it feels new, exciting, different. From when you walk in, those sad beige walls are gone, replaced with way new and way better walls that call what tradition at Kennywood is. You walk in and right from the jump, kind of in that main like midway line, the old mill looks new. The candy place looks new, the gift shops, everything. They really focused on that entrance experience. It feels like a newer park experience. Now, with that, and other than the Thunderbolt and stuff, I didn't see anything too much newer. A couple paint swabs here and there. They did add drink filler machines to different areas. One in front of the what used to be, I think, like the funnel cake place, or it was like corn dogs or something a few years back, in the near the potato patch, and over by the refreshment stands in the front of the park. So they're really focusing kind of on that main front area, which is, as you walk in there, feels new and open and bright and different. And the kangaroo's off that. Now, there are a few criticisms. I mean, of course. One is, like I said, Steelers Country was closed today, but they had a side entrance that people were walking in. And they were showing the Penguins game, which is a solid idea. But that area still doesn't feel fleshed out. It feels like they could do a little bit more with that area to kind of fill up the space. Other thing is that during times of the year, why don't you put like Super Bowl highlight videos on? Well, you could do that. Put a few seats in front of it, like a couple benches or whatever. Might help to fill out the space a little bit, but there should be either a couple more photo ops or some type of little attraction there beyond the games and the restaurant and the other stuff. There's still a big area that has to be covered. The other thing is that the two biggest questions I have is the 4D theater dead? 4D theater hasn't been running in the last couple years because of COVID, of course, but now the signage is gone. All the posters are gone. The only thing you can see that it was the 4D one was it has the San Andreas poster there. So is that done? Because now you're 4 attractions now. Because you still don't have the paratroopers, the Barren Curve, the volcano, which that's the other question. The volcano structure is still there. You're doing all these improvements in the park. Why would you leave it there unless it's coming back? Or unless you're putting a ride there that's using the same platform and same things, and you just scrub out the name and reprocess it. But currently, it's strange. I mean, it is strange. So, like I said, I'm very excited to see what Kennywood's doing with the park. Looking forward to, the next few years and to see what they're going to do with it. Because I do think they are on the right path to improving the park. And as mentioned in the last few things, people were asking, there's a footprint to Kennywood, and could Kennywood possibly expand or add rides or add things? But they forget that back section of the park that seems to always be blocked off, except for the rare few times that they have picnics there. I mean, do workplaces still have corporate picnics at Kennywood? And do you use that space in the back? And how often is that used? That whole back section of that park could be used for new rides, attractions, shops, games, all types of stuff. And then Kennywood feels significantly bigger without even having to expand beyond the footprint that they already have. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below about Kennywood. Are you looking forward to the season? Did you like some of the improvements that were in the video? How do you feel Kennywood's path is moving forward? Because they are mentioning that the 125th anniversary celebration is both this year and next year. So they're expanding it over 2 years. This year they're doing significant improvements in terms of park ambiance and experience. Maybe next year they add another ride as part of the 125th. Who knows? But they haven't mentioned that so far. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Kennywood. And guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to support me on Patreon like John Bailey did, you can do so. Link is in the description below. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt, a Tomwashere t-shirt, you can do so at Spreadshirt, as well as links to my eBay store, Facebook page, Instagram, Clubhouse, and the Pennsylvania Autograph Collectors Association. Links are in the description below. Well, that'll do it. And when it comes to season pass holder preview opening weekend 2022, I can say that my name is Tom and I was here. Thanks for watching, like, and subscribe. Bye, everyone.